3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
We are live here from Dome Valley Raceway. We're wrapping up the East versus West National Challenge 2026. We've got our West Coast and East Coast captains here. Great weekend, guys, and we finalized all of our bracket finals with a little matchup with these two. And who got it, Joey?
This guy right here.
Woo! West Coast taking it.
West Coast is the best coast.
Oh, our hearts.
Right.
Every now and again a blind squirrel.
So that was our two final.
Hey, hold on. I think everybody from the West Coast won the bracket classes today, right? Except for you.
My guy
This
said
guy
every
here.
now and
Hey,
again a
but we were
blind
2
squirrel,
for
believe it
3.
or not.
We were 2 for 3, and you were what? One for 3.
So we struggled a little bit.
Oh, we struggled.
You know, it's a home turf thing.
Now we struggle. Home turf. Here we go.
You guys kind of split the big classes. Pruitt Schultz taking top eliminator. Gary Mink showing up out of kind of nowhere. And
Shout out
down.
to Gary May.
Hell
Yeah, man.
Gary
Very quite
Mink.
so.
Yes.
Very quite so. Some crazy passes this weekend. Absolutely. But again, how about Rick Ensign being, as we counted, what? The number 6 car to ever go at 240 and top alcohol.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
There's literally only 6 men that walk the earth that have gone faster than a 50.
Absolutely.
And now he's one of the 6. And one of them's actually a Jeep. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very, very impressive. Rick, the only guy east of Mississippi to do it.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And he gave me the run for his money in the
Absolutely.
final. It was cool.
We all saw
Great
Gary
final.
come on the property, and we know Gary, especially Isaac and myself, Joey. We know he comes in Q4 off the trailer and always lays down a number 1 qualifier somewhere in that mid to low 40 range, and usually walks away with the field. But Rick coming all the way from Michigan, that's a car that we've really seen come together, and to go 248 against him in the final,
That's pretty cool.
it was pretty impressive to see that. It was a really close race, so just congratulations to Rick and the whole crew. And even Doug as well. He came out and ran down some good numbers here. Personal best for him as well, I believe.
Yes. Yep, I believe so. And how about the Texas guys with top eliminator?
Oh, yeah.
Curtis Grady takes out number 1 qualifier Vicky Hall in top eliminator. Ends up
Number 2.
Pruitt Schultz and Curtis Grady in the final. Cody Hoffman taking the only 4-cylinder in the field
For sure.
all the way to the semifinals.
Those guys.
On a double breakout
And
as well.
yes, a double breakout.
Yes.
41 to a 40.
It was 294 with a 1 and 294 with a 4.
Yes.
So yes,
That
but
close.
They in January, Hoffman did run a fuel, and then about halfway through Saturday, they decided, you know what, it's really not heart friendly for us, and we don't have to beat on our stuff to run 94. And mind you, if you remember right, his dad wasn't no slouch.
No.
Not at all.
No.
He's kind of a legend
No.
of his own.
So it
Absolutely.
was cool. It's cool to watch the kid get in the car and and go some rounds. Dad has a car being built, but it's kind of on the back burner.
I was going to say, I've heard that before, and
It's
not
getting
this
close.
weekend. I'm
It
just
is
throwing
getting
that out
close.
there.
It's getting very close, but things kind of take the back burner, and then he does a bunch of other stuff, and then he comes back to it. But yes, at some point, hopefully in 26, maybe in the early 27, there'll be 2 cars coming out of that camp, and they're not going to be ones that are going to be like, oh, it's just Hoffman.
Maybe it'll be ready for East meets West
2027.
That would be
Hopefully
awesome.
so.
That would be fantastic.
That would be
I'd love to see
amazing.
that. I would love to see that. Yeah, kicked off our weekend. Pruitt Schultz taking the big win in the 8-car East meets West shootout on Thursday night, all East Coast final. Right there, him and Cameron Crew starting things off. So, and it was East Coast, West Coast, both the matchups in the semifinals.
Yes.
So that was impressive to get that rolling, and then to wrap up tonight. I mean, I don't know that you could ask for a whole lot more as far as that goes.
Yeah, you could, man. Come on.
You were 50% in finals. That sucks.
I was
100%. I was 100%, baby.
Good thing you didn't have to race after that, because you would have been sitting.
No. My dad, someone's knife or a flat-bladed screwdriver to start that one for sure.
Well, we will have we will have a full recap of the East vs. West National Challenge on the next episode of Paddle Talk, which will be filmed next week. We're gonna take a little week off here. It's been a long 4 days, but we're gonna turn things over to Timeless Photography and Throttle and Dirt Media. These guys are out here and doing awesome interviews, photos, videos of everything. So take it away.
Definitely. Definitely, thank you guys very, very much and everything. And again, 2 captains, couldn't have had a better showdown at the end there. 0.02 of a second difference. Unfortunately, us East Coasters kind of have to go home with their tails tucked, unfortunately. But things happen and everything, and next year and everything, you get to come play on our track and everything. So it's been quite a difference, and we will give hats off to out here and everything. You guys do have one of the fastest racetracks out here. We were blown away by how friendly the environment is. It's everywhere and everything, and this is what we promote and everything, is due to the fact that this is a family sport from the young toddler age all the way up to older people and everything. We have some seniors back at home and everything that are putting the lay down to some of the young kids and everything. They might not have the fastest, but they can tree you out the hole all day long, and seeing some different style monsters out here. Of course, I can't remember his name off the top of me, but the twin turbo monster and everything.
Jason Van Der Waal.
Jason, yeah, very fast car and everything. He ended up taking home our $100 and everything for the craziest pass when he took out pretty much half the middle court and everything, and he had to reset up the beams. But very crazy unit and everything. And we thank World Sand Drag News and everything for coming out and also helping. You guys do some really great sports by following this event. Like I was explaining to a lot of people out here, we don't 100% follow this group, but we are coming in and trying to help promote to make this a bigger sport for everybody. If you guys want more news on the sand drag world, definitely give these guys a follow. These guys pretty much are at every track for the most part that they can possibly be at, and they'll get you your times and the winter boards and everything like that, which we will as well. They're going to have it a lot faster than we will and everything, and they get a little bit more up close and depth with these cars and everything that we can put out. But again, we love to interview and get these people to talk about their mean machines and what they're capable of doing. And again, thank you all on the West Coast for inviting us out here, and we hope to see you up in Michigan next year and everything. And maybe our captain over here might make a win out there.
Little redemption would be nice.
Yeah.
I have to live with this for like a year and a half.
Hell yeah, you do.
It's not going over
You messed
very well
up.
for me.
And kind of to elaborate on like the whole family thing, we had a West Coast racer actually new today that needed a fuel pump. I think it actually was yesterday.
Yes, yesterday.
Fauché needed a fuel pump, and actually I want to say someone from the East Coast actually had one in the box.
Dan Longnecker had one in the trailer and was more than happy. He says, he goes, I wouldn't even taken money for it, but the guy offered. He goes, I was just wanting him to get going again, and that's what it's all about.
The cool thing. It's yes, one person Fauché lives in Banning, California, like not far from where I live. And this guy lives, where's he from?
He's actually from the other side of Michigan.
Okay,
so he's over towards like Saginaw.
East side Michigan. You know, you got someone from California, someone from Michigan. Yes, they might race each other, they might not. Doesn't matter. But hey, I need a fuel pump. I got it. I'll give it to you. You know, and he didn't, like I said, he didn't want to take any money for it. I actually stood out here and watched Jared go, no, you're going to take something for you. You know?
We love that about the sport. We absolutely love it. So on a fast recap and everything, we'll start down the line here. We'll work down. What do you guys love about what the East versus West? What did you guys think about this event, and what surprised you the most?
Sure, yeah. I think just the best part about it was seeing so many of the East Coast guys that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. Knowing them on Facebook, but getting to meet them in person was really cool. Getting to see these two after all the smack talk that we had come to fruition, I thought that was super cool. And as we talked about, Jason Van Der Waal with that four-wheel drive,
it's pretty cool.
Misguided Missile, twin turbo Hemi. That was a very impressive car. You know, great weekend for my own racing program too with Minx Racing. We had some struggles, but got some wins, got some second places, and you know, we're on to the next one for the point series here at Dome Valley.
Definitely.
And for me, I basically asked everybody that ran the East versus West Thursday night, did you guys have fun? And I'll tell you, every person that I asked said that's probably the most fun they've had in a long time. Yes, West didn't win. Yes, East won. You'll have to live with that for a year and a half. But it ain't gonna be as bad as me kicking your ass for that big ass check. So, but other than that, I mean, it went back and forth. I mean, in most finals, with the exception of, I think Top E was, call them East, whatever you want to call them, but it was East versus West.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Pro 3 was 2 West guys, David Root and Charlie Johnson. You know, David just got his kind of car back together. He had some steering problems the end of last year, so he's kind of getting his car figured out. Charlie is just Charlie. So I feel like, I mean, for coming into the fruits of your tradition, like you were talking about, you know, it being something that's just a pipe dream, you know, and it came to this, you know, and it's not like, I'll tell you, I kept Esteban, hey, I need this. And I mean, I'll tell you, I'm parked in the North 40, way the hell down there. There wasn't very many spots open.
Nope. Definitely a full house.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was very full. I
house.
think there was only two spots left and everything in this entire camp and everything.
And it was cool.
It was
like
quite
I
crazy.
said, it's a lot of hard work. You know, thank you for putting everything together.
Well,
Esteban going with you and kind of tagging up and going. But yes, I feel like this sport needs something like this because it makes it kind of go look forward to something. You know, like
It's not just the local brackets anymore.
It's not local bracket racing. Like I told you, Meek's on his way. He kept telling me, "Well, he ain't here yet. He ain't here yet." And then Q4, guess who comes rolling his butt right up here, baby?
I've heard that shit a couple years now where Meek's gonna show up and he didn't show up, and by God, that dude showed up and he laid it down tonight. He was a badass.
You know, and then, you know, hats off also to Paul Taylor. Paul Taylor hasn't run that car in 7 years. It's literally sat in his garage, driveway, trailer, whatever. And I was actually at Eric Hickey's camp, and he come walking up, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?"
And he had a car.
And he had his tag in his hand. He goes, "Well, I thought I'd see if I could still do this again." It was him, his dad, his brother, and his grandson.
How cool is that?
Just them. They rolled in here, off the trailer, goes 98 with a 0.
Nice.
As if he's never skipped a beat.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's cool. You know, watching Insing kind of, I'm not going to say Insing struggled, but he progressed. And then it was like, all right, boys, we're in the final against Goliath. I guess you'd call it Goliath. You know, we're gonna throw the hammer at it and see what happens. And that was probably, besides our final, it was probably one of the best finals that was here this weekend.
Definitely.
How about you, Isaac? What was your ideas?
You know what, man? I'm just happy that this event happened. I mean, this really brings back, Johnny will speak to this, I'm sure, too, back when we were a lot younger, the old school East meets West races that we used to have. You know, I remember the guys coming up being, you know, Larry Wagner putting in money to make sure the West Coast guys could get to Michigan. This is the type of thing I remembered seeing, and then seeing so many of the West Coast guys that I know this weekend, getting to see them again and just kind of reconnecting and remembering how good of racers there are out here, seeing all the cars. I loved it. It was fantastic. I think it lived up to every bit of the hype that was out there. If you weren't here, you missed it. I mean, that's all I could say. And also, if you weren't here, 2027 is going to be here before you know it. It's time to start getting your stuff ready because that is going to be one heck of a race. July of 27 in Silver Lake, Michigan. You're not going to want to miss that, especially if you weren't here this weekend.
And the nice thing is too, especially with you guys and of course with our collabs out there as well, we also have videos of this event too. So even if you did miss it, stay tuned. You're going to be able to get to see it in a couple of days and everything, or possibly in the next week and everything. We'll have all the videos up, compressed down to where you don't have to sit here for 14 hours like pretty much we all put in every day. You'll get about an hour and a half, maybe 2, on the video and everything. You'll be able to get to see and everything. But yeah, thank you again, Isaac and Caleb. Everything. Thank you guys for coming out and also showing support with cameras and everything as well. Everything. And before we turn it over to the East Coast captain and everything, we absolutely love the fact that this is a family sport, and we hope that this can continue on. We can grow this much larger and everything. And as you can hear in the background, we got people still rolling around with their units and everything. It's still a family sport. It's quite a wonderful event out here. If you haven't seen one of these units, get out here, see one of these things kick dirt down the track.
the videos don't lie. These guys are throwing pounds of dirt off of the starting lines from these paddle tires on these mean machines and everything. So that, I'm gonna turn it over to the East Coast captain and everything, and let him make a few jabs on his own.
You know, I'm not going to jab the big guy too much. I had a good time this weekend. It was kind of a dream of mine to do this again. It was something I remembered as a kid, and I wanted to bring that memory back to the rest of the people here. Give them new memories, something that we could do again, and it worked, and it worked great. And yeah, I can't say enough about the facility, the people, everybody I've met. I've had people, like Joey said, from the West Camp giving me parts to get this pile down the track, you know? So, you know what I can only say is thanks to everybody here.
You did get to see Wild Willie today, too.
And I got to see Wild Willie. I got to see so many people came
lot of
out here
legends on
from
the
the
ground.
past. So many people I've seen from the past that came out just to come see everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it was just absolutely incredible. And I'll turn it over to you guys because I got nothing else.
Yeah, definitely. So we're so excited for the 2027 season. Hopefully we can get some more racers out on the East Coast and everything. And I believe World Sand Drag, they're also going to try to make a presence out there as well. So we definitely will hope to see everybody we possibly can out there. And hopefully we can get these guys racing for a little bit more money and get some more spectators in the seats, because we want this sport to grow. We want more people, and for those watching on Throttle and Dirt, that'll be coming up and everything. Our next unit will probably more likely be a tractor pull. Dates and everything will be posted with the next clips coming out and everything for all our next coming up events. I'm pretty certain World Sand Drag's already got their next events up as well, so follow them as well. Where can they find you guys?
Guys, check us out at worldsandragnews.com or Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all on World Sand Drag News, TikTok as well. So make sure to follow us on all those spots. Check out the website and the socials for when photos go up after every event. And obviously stay tuned on the Facebook page. That's where a lot of the coverage happens.
Yep, definitely. And those for on the World Sand Drag side and everything, you can follow us also on Facebook and everything as Timeless Photography, Northeast Ohio, NEO, or you can follow us as Throttle, the Ensign Dirt Media and everything. And again, we put out photos and videos of every event that we are at. So we hope to all see you in the future.